Hey guys, let's Lego Empire bringing you guys another video. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 sets released for the Revenge of the Sith. So canonically there's been a lot of sets that have been kind of all over the place with Clone Wars, Revenge of the Sith, and Episode 2. I know they're not really labeled when they're on the box, but Bricklink is so kind that they do it for you. So going through the Bricklink category themselves, we'll be labeling the top 10 sets in my opinion. So yeah, let's go ahead and get through it. So the first set here that we have, and by the way, these are just like sets that the rating scale here is just if I think that they're worth it. There's a lot of them that didn't make it on here. I may have honorable mentions at the end. We'll see when we get there. So make sure you guys watch till the end. So today we're talking, the first set we're going through is set number 10 is the ATAT Walker, released in 2019, and this one had 5 figures. It had Commander Doom, it had a 41st Trooper, a Wookie, and 2 Kashyyyk battle droids. This is different from the one that we got with the turret ring on the front, and then there's a third one that also came out long before this that was okay. That one didn't actually make it. I was seeing one of them I thought I grabbed this week, but I didn't. So 668 pieces, 5 figures, and right about now you can get it for about $40, $40 to $55 used. New, the set starts out at $101 US, so a little pricey just because I think when it was released it was like $60 or $40. I think it was 60 when it was discontinued. But anyway, now going on to number 9. So number 9 is one that I think is the best. I think there's one more on here that is similar. Yeah, there's another one on here that's very similar, and it's just because of the sheer quantity of what you get with you versus your money. So number 9 is the Jedi Starfighter with Hyperdrive Booster Ring. I actually did a review of this on my channel. This set is good. I think whenever you get something that's detailed, that brings a lot of, I want to use the word life, but that's not the correct word. I would say anything that brings more bang for its buck and allows you to get into the weeds of Lego Star Wars without having to build your stuff yourself. So this was one of the first times we had a booster ring. It was released in 2007. It's blue, and it came with, I believe it was Kid Fisto. It came with 1 figure, or 2 figures if you want to count the droid. Oh no, my bad. It was that was the truth. Okay, I'm sorry, I got this confused. This was the first time we had a Jedi Starfighter with a booster ring, but it also came with Obi-Wan and Kid Fisto, which is pretty cool. He was the first time we had him in a set. There's also a chromed out R4 on the ship as well. So, or R2 unit. Pretty cool. 568 pieces as well. And going for the set used for just the ship, it's $73. If you were trying to get this new today, oh lord, I don't think you can. Yes, you can. So to get this set new, as of right now, it would be $300 USD. Definitely a set to have. I'm glad I have mine. I would not pay $300 for it today. I think it's a little overpriced, but it is what it is. The market speaks for itself. Definitely a set you should have. I can't reiterate this enough. A great set. I believe when it was released, it was $80. It was either 80 or 70. I definitely know it was one of the more expensive sets. Now this set, I thought about throwing to honorable mentions and putting something else unique in here, but I waged against it. Number 8 on the list is set 7283, released in 2005 with 533 parts and 4 minifigures. It is the Ultimate Space Battle, and it comes with 2 Ultra Droids, a Tri-Droid. It comes with Obi-Wan and Anakin and their Starfighters, and it comes with 2 Buzz Droids. It's a good set for what it is. Comes in a very big wide box. Again, it was basically put together because at the time, between the release and the end of the Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith sets, they had released the Tri-Droid, they released the Buzz Droids, or the Tri-Droid, the Vulture Droid, and Anakin and Obi-Wan's in separate sets. Well, this was just a set of all of them together. It was a limited run. I think it was a Walmart exclusive. It was either Walmart or Toys R Us exclusive, and it had all those sets in just one giant box. I'm pretty sure this was $80 when it was released. There's not... I know I didn't get one when I was a kid. I know I definitely would have wanted to get it. It's definitely a set that I wish I had. But I have most of the part. I have the Tri-Droid, and I have Obi-Wan and Anakin's at the other house. The only thing I'm missing is the Vulture droids, and I'm not too pressed on getting those. But ultimately, great set. Figure selection. At the time, it was great, but as far as what it is nowadays, not awesome. Anyway, going on to number 7 here. Number 7 is very comparable to the set we just talked about. It's 8088, and it is released in 2010. It is the second iteration of this set. It is 381 parts and 4 minifigures. It is the Arc170 Starfighter that released in 2010 for the Clone Wars line of stuff. Now, it has the Clone Wars box out of the top, as opposed to the Revenge of the Sith one that released 5 or 6 years ahead of it. The figures that it had, it came with another Kit Fisto, it came with an R2 unit, and then it came with 2 clone pilots, one black helmet, one cyan helmet. I actually have this one. The build, I'm pretty sure, is very similar, minus the nose and some differences on the wings. Very similar for it, but however, the set itself, it's an Arc170. It's just good. I think they should release an Arc170. I'm hoping we get one next year or the year after, because it's nearly been, I think, a decade at this point, or maybe longer. I would love to see what they can do with some of the newer parts. Maybe like a bigger fuselage piece for the windows, where it's all just one piece and it lifts up. Or maybe a reiteration on the engines, make it more compact. I'm not sure how you would actually do that, but it's definitely something I'm excited about. When this set released, I believe it was $25 or $30 in 2010. Actually, no. The original was $25 or $30. This one, I believe, was $40 or $50. And yeah, so we're going to go on to number 6 now. This is where we start getting into some of the more interesting sets. So, number 6, released in 2010 as well. It has 575 parts, and it has 4 minifigures. This is Emperor Palpatine Shuttle from the end of Revenge of the Sith. I think I may have this set. I forget, because there's this one. There's a couple others that are very similar shuttles. They really don't change the design up on shuttles too much. But this set has the following figures. It has Emperor Palpatine. It has burned Darth Vader, which this set doesn't actually make any sense, because I understand they want to give him a lightsaber in this set, but Darth Vader has his torso showing, and he has a red lightsaber. It doesn't make sense because, you know, if his body was messed up from the lava, it would have been on his legs too. Like, his legs either would be gone, or his clothes on his legs would have been burnt too. It comes with an Imperial pilot, very similar to the Arc170 pilot we had, just a black head instead of the cyan. And it comes with a medical droid as well, the one that you see at the end of the Revenge of the Sith taking care of Darth Vader. The build, kind of I will say at the time, the trifoil on top, or the top piece, not great comparatively to how it advanced with like things like the Bad Batch shuttle. Just the foil on top is rough. It only had like 1 or 2 points of contact on the top, and you know, over time it will tend to bow, or it's not the most stable connection. I would love to see them redo this set as well. Maybe they do like a 2-parter set for $100, and it's this and then the build that came as well in the same Revenge of the Sith timeline, where it's Vader in his medical conversion chamber. You know, I think when this released, I think it was $60 or $70. It was definitely overpriced, and I didn't pick it up. I wish I did. Nowadays, if you're looking to get this set, you're going to be... If you're going to be getting this set used, you're looking at around like 50, 60... Or, actually, no, it's 40 here. So $40 on Bricklink used for just the ship. If you want everything new and sealed, you're looking at $125. That's a great price. I would definitely pick that up if you were looking for it. Personally, for me, I don't want this set. I think it's okay. The figures aren't that desirable, but it definitely, nonetheless, of the Revenge of the Sith sets, it was really good. Now, this is the point in the video where I'll tell you guys that this is when things are going to change. We're going to start getting to the really good sets from Revenge of the Sith. So I don't criticize me too much for the ones I picked for the top 5. So, number 5. We are looking at set 7260, 361 parts, 6 minifigures, was like $40 or $50 when it was released. I had this as a kid. It is the Wookie Catamaran. And the reason this set was so cool at the time was there was a whole line of these sets that released with Wave 1 that had light-up figures. So this one had a light-up Luminara, Unduli. And it came with 2 clone troopers that were green, Kashyyyk troopers, and they came with a speeder, and then it also came with 2 Wookiees. It came with, actually no, correction. It came with Yoda, Luminara who lit up, Chewbacca, and a Wookiee captain, or like a Wookiee with the gold piece on top, and then 2 Swamp Troopers. Absolutely cool. Granted, the Swamp Troopers weren't in their final form yet. They were just white clones that had green stripes on the head, but obviously, very good set, really cool. We have not seen another one of these since it released in 2005. I think that this set needs love. I think it'd be really cool to bring this back. Not even saying bringing back the light up stuff, but bringing back the build or just redoing it. I would love to see what they could do with this set. It had 6 minifigures, like I said. Nowadays, getting it used for just the ship is $45. If you were looking to get this set new, you're looking at $400. So that's nuts. The reason it's also so expensive is because the Luminara light up, I don't think you can replace them. So once they're out, they're out. So if you have one that's working, 100% complete, you know, if you ever have that works, it's worth a lot of money. So that's why the price is so up there. But yeah, if this is at number 5, what could be at number 4? Let's go ahead and jump into that one. Number 4 is the Brave, the Bold, set 7655, the one who started it all with 42 pieces and 4 minifigures. It is the Clone Trooper Battle Pack. This set is legendary. It started everything. It was the first clone battle pack that released opposite of the droid battle pack. I believe it was set 7654. I think it was, or 7656, one of those two. And let me tell you what, this set was great, man. It was the perfect army builder. You got a clone shock trooper or Coruscant Guard Phase 2 with all red from head to chest. You have 2 Phase 2 clone troopers with the black helmet, or the black headpiece. And then you had a 327 Star Corps Trooper Phase 2 with a black head for, you know, this set was $10, $15 when it was released. You could have bought so many of these and had so many of these clones. Looks like nowadays, this set with, you know, varying levels of, looks like, yeah, so for you to get everything, you're looking at $40 for the set. To get it new, you are looking at $63. It's not a bad deal for a set that's, you know, from 2007, running on 14 years old. Pretty crazy. Yeah, no, it's pretty wild. I mean, I had this set when I was a kid. I loved this set. Came with a turret, speeder bike. Definitely had enough blasters for everyone to hold one. Very primitive speeder bike design, but it was a good set, good build. They haven't done it justice since. I guess the Final Force Battle Pack is the first time in a while that we had a really good battle pack. I'm hoping with the one in January we get a much better battle pack, but we'll have to see. Getting into set number 3, getting down to the wire here. Set number 3 is set number 9526. This set is Palpatine's Arrest with 6 minifigures, 622 parts, and releasing in 2012. This set was really interesting. I never thought we would get a Palpatine's Arrest set if you asked me when I was still into LEGO Star Wars. over the years, I stepped further and further away. I think 2011 or 2012 was the last year I was actually in Lego Star Wars before I restarted my collection in 2017. And this set came with it came with the entire, well, I'm not gonna say the entire area of Palpatine's office, but it came with his office, a landing pad for the Anakin's shuttle, and overall, I mean, it's a good build for what it's trying to do. It was like the throne room before we had the throne room kind of thing. I mean, I think the throne room actually came out before this, but you know, if we had one of these sets today, it would be a lot better. So the figures it had was Agent Kolar, Agen Kolar, not Agent, Anakin Skywalker with his Sith outfit, with his Sith face on the back and a cape. Chancellor Palpatine, dark red outfit. It had Kit Fisto with his cape, Mace Windu with his cape, and Saci Tin, or Saci Tin with his cape as well. Both Kit Fisto and Saci had custom heads so that they could have their pieces on there, so they look like they are aliens. And then Agent also had a custom head mold as well. The speeder build, the set build, I said, could be so much better. The speeder was great. It's the actual build of the model that concerns me. I really do feel like they should revisit this set. It would be a great set to have, especially with, you know, we're coming. This year is the 10-year anniversary of Episode 3. But who knows, they could get it next year, or we'll just never have one ever again. But again, it's a very good set. I wish I had it as a kid. I wish I didn't get out of it. I would have picked this up before I quit. And so looking at the set nowadays, you're looking at... So used to get the set... to actually get the minifigures, it looks like it's going to be really expensive. So like... looks like the first set that has everything in it is $261 US. And then to get it new, you are looking at, I gotta scroll down, oh my goodness, $450. So it's a very expensive set. It's the figures and the build itself. It was the only one ever released that makes it so expensive, but it's definitely worth it. I would get it today if it wasn't so expensive. Definitely something that I would pick up for sure. We're getting to number 2 now. Give you guys a second just think about what could number 2 be. We just had one recently. It's 75337, the ATT Walker that just released. This thing is awesome. Yeah, I have 4 of them, or 3 of them. I want 4 of them. Came out in 2022. Has 9 minifigures, 1,015 parts, and it is a banger. The only issue with this set is the spider droid. Should be a crab droid, but it is what it is. The set itself comes with Commander Cody for the first time. It comes with 4 airborne troopers, 1 being a actual airborne trooper, the other being 212, and then we have a clone gunner pilot. So this had 5 clones in it. Oh, my bad. Cody, 3 212, 1 pilot. 5 clones, 4... Why am I psyching myself out? Am I psyching myself out here? Hold up. Is this 6 clones? No, yeah, 5. I was right. I was like 9. The reason I was getting psyched out here is the dwarf spider droid. They're counting it as a figure. It is not a figure. It is a build. So that's why I was getting psyched out here. So it comes with 8 figures and a small mini build and dwarf spider droid. It is $135, I believe. That sounds about right, yeah. Excuse me, guys. It's late at night when I'm recording this. Yeah. Buy this set. Buy as many as you can before it goes out of before it retires next year. This set's incredible. Getting into number 1, and this is the set that I'm waiting for them to re-release or do a new iteration of, because I really want to see what they're gonna do. Set 7261, the clone turbo tank with light up Mace Windu, translight purple lightsaber blade. This set killed it when I was 7 or 8. I was 7. because I had my birthday that year and I got this set for my birthday. 767 parts, seven minifigures, and what a build. What to go into first. Our first Jet Trooper that was brick built Jet Trooper, incredible. I feel like Jet Trooper should be brick built the entire time. He had like gray flaps on his shoulder. He had like a wingsuit essentially. You had a 327th Star Corps captain with a orange pauldrons, very similar to the Imperial Troopers that would come with like the dewback set where they had the orange piece on the shoulder. They had the blasters that had the blue cones on it, the luminescent cones or the studs on the front. Very, very OG classic set. We had the first 41st Scout Trooper, custom, very custom. I still have mine in a box somewhere, but first 41st with a great speeder bike. You had a turret as well. You had two battle droids, one with a tripod, and then you had a Scout Trooper on top of the build as well. The doors opened up on the front and the back. Everything was flapped off. It was an incredible build, man. I love this set. I still have this set in that closet, not built. I want to build it very badly. It's just one of those sets that, after a certain point, like I said, stop becoming a toy and they become a collector's item. I would like to open this set. Maybe I'll brink link the parts someday and build it that way. But we'll have to see. So yeah, as far as figures go for the set, it came with two battle droids, a clone Jet Trooper Sky Corps Phase 2, one white Phase 2 clone trooper, like I said, a 322nd with an orange cloth pauldron, the Mace Windu that lights up, and a Scout Trooper from Episode 3, or a 41st Scout Trooper. When this released, I think this was $110 or $120. It was really expensive. Actually, no. No. Hold on. This was 7621. It was $90 plus tax. So would have been around like $96 to $100 when it came out. Definitely really sick. Definitely want to build this set again. Right now, so used for I'm looking for it. Okay, so for you to get this set with just the figures and everything else in it, like used, $245. For you to get everything new, it is not available in the United States. It's only available in Switzerland and Hungary, and it's $700 to get it new, sealed in box. That set is incredibly awesome, and I would like to build more of those Jet Troopers. But anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you think that I had a bad taste in my selection, please let me know. I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and as always, I've been LEGO Empire, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.